Add that to my collection.
Yes. So, first of all, how you doing?
Good. My feet hurt. My lower back hurts.
Yep.
I'm sweaty.
Yeah. Just I heard.
It's about right for a Friday afternoon, actually, for Gen Con. It's like, I still have another day. 2 days of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go comatose tonight so that I can just like recover a little bit.
Yeah.
So let me start out by asking you a question.
Yep.
How much do you know about Rollacrit and or Heroes of Arcadia? And what all would I need to get you up to speed
Just
on?
what I've read on the website.
Okay, cool. All right. So
I read your character sheet. I have to know what kind of dog you have.
Oh, I have two. I have a Schnauzer Silky Terrier named Max, and then I have a mutt of unknown origin named Albus.
Nice.
Like Albus Dumble Dog. Let's find a recent photo of them because they're a bunch of turkeys. Yeah, here's him. He's a big baby. He's always looked like an old man. And then my real old man is Max. He's, what is this, 2022? He's going to be 14 in November.
Wow. Oh, look at that face.
He's the sweetest little guy, but he also, in his older age, has really gotten cantankerous, and so it's funny to watch. So,
everything's, get off my lawn!
No, like, he's just like, yeah, it is. It really is. And, like, he's the tiniest dog in the house, and he takes up like the most space.
Of course.
Yeah.
Little dog syndrome.
Yeah, and I'm like, listen, sir, I am in a queen size bed, and I have literally the side of my body. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So Rollacrit is a company that is intending to do quality lifestyle merchandise for tabletop gamers.
Yeah.
And analog gaming. Most of us are former Thing Geek employees. That guy right there that's in the black mask that you probably talked to, that's Aaron. He's our co-founder and CEO.
Yep.
Conrad, our other co-founder, is back in the cage handling all the numbers and the inventory because
I didn't get
math.
the bottle of brew, though.
Yeah.
He's been like a lifelong tabletop gamer, and when he was at Think Geek, we had licenses for like Dungeons and Dragons and things, but we just didn't do anything with it.
Right.
And so it was a matter of all of these other properties, whether it's video games or Marvel, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, all that stuff. Like they have companies that are making good quality stuff for them, and there wasn't anything on this side. So it was like, hey, let's make some stuff that casual and hardcore gamers alike can appreciate. We like to refer to it as like the secret handshake. So not only is it something where you can show off your fandom of a game or a character or a property, but it's also just a cool design to wear. So like, if you know, but if not, you're just like, okay, that's a cool shirt.
Yeah.
And so you can see some of that inspiration in our Catan lines, the Greetings From and the Seaside Resort. And even with some of our Gen Con merchandise, this is our second year as the official Gen Con merchandise partner. And, we'll have after this, our next project then will be our winter collection, which we're already working on the ideas for that.
Yeah.
And a lot of our inspiration, comes from, like, wouldn't it be crazy if we tried to do this and then figuring out a way to do it? And so, like the more odd, off the wall, the better. And if we can fit in a pun, then like we're going to try to do that.
Yeah.
I said yesterday we've never met a pun that didn't make us groan.
Yeah.
Our biggest thing that we've done though since we founded and kicked off is Heroes of Arcadia, this game that you see behind you.
Yes.
So we launched this Kickstarter last summer in June. Our goal was $50K, I believe, 50 or 60. And we were fully funded in 4 hours.
Wow.
We ended up at the end of the campaign with $1.25 million.
Wow.
And 14,000 backers. And we were all just very like, okay.
How many extra stretch goals did you have to come up with?
So not only were we funded in 4 hours, we hit what we thought was going to be our last stretch goal.
Yeah.
The second day, two and a half days in. Yeah. So we were like, oh, okay, so people are excited about this.
Yeah.
And it allowed us to do some really cool things that, we wouldn't have been able to do without the support of the people backing us. Like, this fun little thing right here is called the Liquornomicon. And so it is it's waterproof, of course.
Yeah, I saw that on the website. They're like, the entire game's like, there's a video of someone like taking the entire game and sticking in a big old bucket of water.
So these are character-inspired cocktail recipes from...
It's not like when people drink, they knock over stuff or anything.
It's not like when I'm not drinking, I don't knock over stuff. Yeah, like I've got bricks for hands.
It's not like I spilled 2 drinks on New Year's Eve.
So let me just back up a little. So the game itself is actually based off of an old April Fool's Day prank from ThinkGeek.
Okay.
It was a dungeon pub crawl called Bar PG, and one of the guys that worked on it was like, you know what, I think this could be a real game. We can really do something here, and that's how this became right here before you. So the story behind the game is that in the land of Barcadia, they have an annual drinking competition. Only this year, the dastardly Grand Drink Guardian has absconded with the drink hoard, and you and your fellow heroes have to make your way through his dungeon filled with monsters and bosses, traps from your fellow heroes. The first person to collect 3 power-ups and find and defeat the Grand Drink Guardian will be the winner, and to restore order to the land of Arcadia.
Nice card.
This was a Kickstarter stretch goal that we unlocked, so it's the gold foil edition.
Yeah.
You have a regular one that comes in it, so you can put this wherever you want. But so the twist with the game is that your character's health points are measured by the drink in your glass. So it is technically a drinking game, but it's a drinking game where you don't want to drink. It's not like
well, where's the fun in that?
Yeah, it's not like a broy. Like, you know how when you're in college and you're playing drinking games, the goal is really just to get as
drunk as possible,
as fast as possible. And this is about keeping that cup as
Remember, kids, the drinking age in the United States is 21.
Yes. However, what's beautiful about this game is that you can drink anything you want. Water, tea, coffee, if you really want to get hyped up. And it does say 21 up, but that's just for legal reasons.
Yeah.
However, this game, if you've got teens or tweens, they'll be able to enjoy it. It's very easy to pick up on the mechanics. If you're familiar with Munchkin, it's very similar. And so, like I said, everything in the game is waterproof in the Kickstarter edition. So you've got this PVC material on the cards, so you can see that you've got some flex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're completely waterproof, so it's easy to clean up spills or just messes in general. And even your power-up cards are going to be waterproof, the same material. Your rule book, your Liquornomicon are going to be waterproof. And what we were able to do again with some of those stretch goals is. We've added some things like signature moves. So, if you're playing as Absynthia, you've got your obedient owl that you can use with her. Mm-hmm. And then Kegar has, when your remaining health is 20 HP or less, you receive a +2 attack against monsters. So that's a pretty handy thing when you're getting near the end of your health. And then we also came up with some house rule cards. Whenever a player uses a magic portal, all other players must touch the floor with their hand. The last player to do so takes 5 HP damage. And these change during the game, so if you roll a 20, you start playing a new house rule. But what was also fun is we added in some blank cards, so you can make your own house rules and your own loot cards. This is really where the fun comes into the game, because you can do things like steal a power-up from someone, and since you have to have 3 to battle the Grand Drink Guardian, that helps you in your, toward winning. Room swap stash, all kinds of fun stuff. Again, very easy to pick up, very fun, chock full of puns like you wouldn't believe. We are on track to ship to our Kickstarters in September, and then our pre-orders will go after that. Base game is for 2 to 6 players, and you can add the party packet add-on, and that gets you up to 8.
Okay.
And I'm going to pause for a minute. Let's see if you have any questions or any anything else? I've been talking for a hot minute, so I'll pause.
No, I mean, I'm still fairly new to the world of tabletop gaming outside of, like Monopoly.
Yeah. Listen, they're classes for a reason.
Yeah. It's, that's what I played for the longest time. It really wasn't until I started going to Gen Con that I started getting exposed. And like I played my first D&D campaign a couple of years ago when the pandemic started.
Yeah.
So I'm always curious to see what is out there as far as like game mechanics and theming and the like, because I mean it is very cool to see familiar IPs.
Yeah.
I find myself drawn to games that I probably would not play if it was some generic like theming, but it's like, oh, it's Marvel. I need it.
IP to
yes.
Just 1 second, I want to.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. How can I help you out? We wanted to have it here to sell at the convention, but global shipping is just
yes.
It's not even like a real thing. It's just kind of a gamble for everything right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. So, and on the website you probably saw, we've got the Catan stuff.
Yep.
We've got our own private label stuff that we're making. And, we're always looking to expand to other licenses and things like that. But yeah, like you said, I mean, the world of board gaming is so expansive and there's so many things to do. And for us, we just think that there's a quality of merchandise that hasn't been provided for this world, and we want to do that. And we're always looking for new ideas, and this has been a really great experience being able to be a part of Gen Con.
Yeah, and like I saw on the website you guys offer services to others.
Yeah, so we do make ourselves available. Like if there are people looking for art support or help with production, that sort of thing. We are primarily focused on our own shop, that sort of thing. But we've got enough experience in sourcing and design. And product development that we can provide. We can outsource some of that assistance to others.
Yeah, because I'm being in the where I am doing podcasting. That's a very common question that'll come up when somebody gets a podcast going is, how do I do merchandise?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that once you start exploring.
Well, you've got options.
Yeah, once you start exploring like everything that goes into it, you're like, I might need someone to help me.
Yes. Yeah. So.
So with you and your podcast, like what are there particular things that you're looking to cover or things that you're interested in? Like how can we help you be a good partner to your listeners?
Well, I mean, the podcast itself is very broad pop culture, geek culture. So we cover everything from the big tentpole, the latest MCU movie, Star Wars and the like, down to we've had local authors and cosplayers on the podcast. So we cover a gamut of topics.
Where are you based out of?
I am here. I'm local.
Okay, you're local.
Yeah.
All right.
And then my co-hosts are elsewhere in the country.
Okay. Yeah. We're all over as well.
Yeah.
We're technically based in Delaware. That's where Aaron and Conrad are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've been doing that for over 8 years now. After a while, you start losing track. And I found that it depends on like the mood of the fandom at the time.
Oh,
I found that event coverage though is fairly popular. People like to hear about what's going on because you can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even this weekend we've got 2 big conventions going on. You got C2E2 going on over Chicago.
Yeah, which is so strange because C2E2 is like a spring show, but I know like with COVID, it changed the schedules up on stuff, and so
because it was in like December last year.
C2E2 was actually the first convention I ever went to, so it has a special place in my heart.
Oh yeah? I've actually never been to it.
It's, you know what, it's a really nice con. ReedPop does
That's
a
what
nice
I've heard.
job with shows. But yeah, C2E2 is nice because they get some really big names, but it's in Chicago. It's accessible. Like, you know, it's not it's not hard to get the tickets to like a New York or a San Diego. But, it's great, and it's right there in McCormick Place, so you look out over the lake. I also just love Chicago, so
yeah. I like Chicago once I'm there. It's getting to Chicago and navigating Chicago.
That's pretty typical.
Once I get a home base, park the car, let me walk.
Exactly.
But then we've also recently started a small not-for-profit.
Yeah, okay.
And our kind of big umbrella goal or mission with the not-for-profit is find ways to support and help grow the geek creator community, specifically focusing on women.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Women creators.
Yeah.
And those that identify as women. So
yeah,
anybody. If you claim you're part of the female species, come on in.
Yeah, ladies unite.
Ladies unite, yeah. Because, I mean, our podcast, it's the 5-ish Fangirls. We're all, you know, women, the show. We all do all this stuff. So it's women hosted, it's women produced, everything is done by, and we're all fangirls of different things, and we attend events in our communities. So we've made a nice little network of creators and stuff, and it's like we've got this opportunity here to help women creators, especially in the geek community where there's a lot of gatekeeping.
Yeah, that right there, you hit the nail on the head. It is a very insular community. The gatekeeping is strong, and what we're trying to do is show that, like, you can be a casual gamer, you can still enjoy these things, you can get things that speak to you. And if you're a hardcore gamer, like, this is also, like, these are the things that you know, that you love, and you like them. They're good stuff. And just trying to show that, like, everyone is a fan of something, and, like, we can make those things for people. But yeah, especially, like, it's very frustrating because you almost feel like as a woman, like, you have to prove that you're a fan about stuff. And it's like, you know, no, that's not how it is. Like, if you're a fan, you're a fan.
Yeah.
And I don't need to, like, quiz you. Like, if you like something, you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's our mission.
It's a good mission to have. It's a great mission. Yeah.
We just launched that in the last few months, so we're still feeling the community and figuring out where exactly, like, we can put our energy
as you're going.
Yeah, and you know, that's what's been awesome about the last, like, 20 years is that there's so much stuff. I mean, like, could you imagine, like, if someone were to tell you in, like, 1995, oh, hey, you're going to have an Iron Man and a Captain America movie, and then they're all going to, like, you know, join together. It's just, like, it's
I would have been like, who's that?
Yeah, and the fact that they're getting ready to actually put a Sandman show on Netflix, like,
drops today.
Yeah, that has been in the works for as long as the book has been out, you know, and, like, it was, you know, regularly described as unfilmable. So I'm excited to see what they do
Lord of
with
the
it.
Rings was supposed to be unfilmable.
It was, you know, and it's bananas. I mean, listen, if we can get a Top Gun sequel after 30 years, we can get some random stuff.
Yeah. yeah, absolutely. So no, I just I'm coming to Gen Con, and, like, the Gen Con merchandise has, like, always kind of been in this location. And obviously, you know, you guys have not been the vendor the entire time for that.
This is our second one. Yeah, we took over for Offworld. We inherited this. Actually was their booth. Like, we bought all their stuff, and we've still got some of their inventory that we are moving. But we're, you know, and we're trying to listen to what people are saying and looking for. So we made some adjustments from last year because we really didn't know what to anticipate, and, you know, this year has just, with it being more of, like, a full convention as opposed to last year, which was reduced, Again, we're blown away by the response. It's such a gratifying feeling to be walking around here this year and seeing so many designs that we sold last year that people are still wearing and enjoying. And, it makes us feel like we're a part of this community and that we're welcome and accepted. And so we're hoping to keep providing that same level of service and product for the fans.
Yeah, and having things like shirts and hats and pins and stuff, it's like, it's become now, it's so commonplace to see, you can be out at Target or at the doctor's office or getting your car washed and you're going to see somebody with like a Doctor Who shirt or, a Deadpool hat on or something. It's like, back in my day, I had to keep my geekery under wraps for fear of being made fun of, in things like high school. But now it's all like, I have an entire dresser drawer that's just nothing but graphic tees of various IPs.
I actually could stand to not buy a tee or two. I've bought so many, and it doesn't help that we keep making such awesome stuff that I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to buy all these.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, and I know quality is something that you guys really strive to aim for, and it is an important thing. People are going to be more inclined to wear a shirt.
If we wouldn't wear it, why would we sell it?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like, we're going to make stuff that we would be proud to wear and to show off.
Yeah.
And we want you to have a good experience, and a good experience involves
a
quality piece of merchandise at an affordable price with something that's going to last.
Yeah. Yeah, and the lasting part is a big part of it too. I was in San Francisco last December for the Metallica 40th.
Oh, awesome.
And it was really wild to be walking around with all people in Metallica shirts, and my husband was like, that's for that shirt's like that design from a tour from like 1992. So it's like, people are gonna if the shirt holds up,
yes,
they're gonna wear it.
Yeah.
If it's something that they're a fan of, they're not gonna toss it out just because it's like, oh, this is so 10 years ago or whatever. So, and I don't think this line is going to...
This is the shortest it's been all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say that, last year we would have lulls every now and then, but since we have opened on Wednesday, because we sold during the will call pickup, we have had a line consistently, like a line like back there, not just this, but a line back here, overflow, since 10 a.m. on Wednesday when we opened. We've had to cap the line both days so we could close in time. Like the proxy information booth, people walk by. And
you're at a major intersection right here.
We're at a major intersection, and sometimes we just have to be like, if it's not in these 60 feet, we actually don't know anything about it.
It's like, well, there's restrooms right there, I can tell you that.
And we appreciate being close to the restroom.
Oh, yeah.
But so if there's anything that you ever want to talk about, or if you wanted to get Aaron or them on to talk about the company or whatever, we'd be more than happy to do that. But let's just keep in touch, and we like making friends and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
And pretty much everything can be found at Rollacrit.com.
Rollacrit.com. Yeah. Whatever is left over, we'll go back up on the website when we get home, and that's what's going on.
Are you likely to have stuff left over?
You know what? Check with me tomorrow. There's a few things that I know that we won't have. Just because, that's the other thing too, is because we're looking for, the quality and the kind of things that we're so exacting on, it's hard to find that stuff. For example, that zip down hoodie, we love that design. We think it's great. It's been so popular. We could not get any more blanks to make it, because of the way everyone is in such a state of flux and trying to figure out what the heck is going on with supply chain. And so we wanted to bring more, but it was just we literally could not, because we could not get more shirts to print it. So, I know people are frustrated, and I get it, because I I'm a con goer.
Yeah.
But it was one of those situations that was beyond our control.
Yeah.
And it stinks, but like it is what it is, you know?
Well,
yeah.
Good luck to you.
Hey, thank you. And good luck with you, like building up the podcast and doing stuff. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You have been listening to the Five-ish Fangirls podcast. You can find more episodes and information at thefivishfangirls.com. Any and all books, movies, games, and any other forms of media mentioned are owned and operated by the respective copyright holders. No copyright infringement is intended or implied. If you wish to support the show, the easiest way is to leave us a rating and review. More ratings and reviews will make it easier for others to find the show. If you wish to support us monetarily, you can do so at patreon.com/5ishfangirlspodcast. All money goes towards fees and equipment to keep the show going. For official Five-ish Fangirls merchandise, visit redbubble.com/people/5ishfangirls. We love hearing from our listeners and encourage feedback. You can email us at fiveishfangirls@gmail.com. You can also like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/5ishfangirls. Thank you so much for listening, and may the squee be with you.